Hi, I'm John from DeWalt. I'm here today filming with UK Planet Tools to take a look at our new and improved professional landscaping range. This range will allow the professional landscaper to move from petrol tools and corded tools across to a fully cordless solution. We've got 54 volt mowers, 18 volt mowers, both push and self-drive. We've got a 54 volt chainsaw with a 50 centimetre bar through to an 18 volt chainsaw with a 30 centimetre bar. We've got a hedge trimmer, a pole trimmer, a string trimmer, and even an 18 volt pruner. Let's go through these products in a bit more detail. So let's take a look at two of DeWalt's cordless chainsaws. We're going to be looking at a 30 centimetre bar on the 18 volt platform and a 50 centimetre bar on the 54 volt platform. First off, let's look at the 18 volt. We're working on a 30 centimetre bar here, which enables us still to work on the 18 volt platform. So if we look down here, the chain tensioner is built in. Release the tension on the chain by turning that way, tighten the tension on the chain by turning that way. If you need to remove the bar, replace the chain, there's the onboard adapter here. You release that, that takes off the casing. You can then release the tension on the chain, take the bar off and replace the chain. Moving further around, the safety feature on this, as with all chainsaws, is the front handguard. That clicks back. Until you've engaged that, you cannot start the chainsaw. If that chainsaw then kicks back in use, that will electric brake and immediately stop the chain so that you can't cause yourself any damage. So another safety feature, to activate the chainsaw, there's a 2 activation trigger. So you've got the button there and the trigger there, then the chainsaw will kick off. Another great feature on this is it is a self-oiling chainsaw. Okay, so the oil tank is there. Just a note, when it arrives, it won't have any oil in it, so you will need to fill it. It's a simple twist, out, fill that, pocket back in, like so, and then you can check on the front. It's a clear entrance to the tank, so you can see what the oil level is in there. So at the end of the day, you've got a 30 centimetre battery operated chainsaw. This means you can get rid of your 240 volt corded stuff and work away with the freedom of cordless. Now we're going to move on to the 50 centimetre bar, 54 volt, a much bigger machine. So the concept of this is you can replace your petrol driven machines. The problem with petrol driven machines generally is, one, they're an absolute pain to start, often they won't. You're constantly needing to refuel, they're exceptionally noisy, and there's a lot of smell. This enables you to do what a petrol powered chainsaw would do, but without any of the noise, smell, hustle and fuss. So let's run through a few of the things on this. So with the startup, again, it's the same system on the safety. Clip that back, then the saw will engage. Up until that way it won't. If it kicks back, that will electric brake the bar and you won't have any problems with that continuing. So again, it's a dual action trigger. There's a lever there to push in and then the trigger, that will then work. So other features, again, it's self-oiling. So the tank is here. Remove again, fill, right from the first day you get it, and the tank at the front will give you a guidance on exactly how much you've got sat in there. So in terms of tensioning, with this model, it's a tooled tensioning system. With the bigger tool, you need it to be that sort of thing. So the onboard tool there, found under the handle, into the slot there for tensioning and loosening. In terms of removing the casing on this one, it's bolted. So you've got 2 bolts there. Again, remove those bolts, remove the case, and then you can replace or sharpen or remove everything you need to in there. So that's covered off in more detail 2 of DeWalt's cordless chainsaws, the 18 volt 30 centimetre and the 54 volt 50 centimetre. In the 54 volt, we also have a 45 centimetre bar and a 40 centimetre bar. So that enables landscape gardens, tree surgeons, and your DIY gardener to cover all of the things you need to cover off without petrol or without a 240 volt cable. Now let's take a look at DeWalt's latest offerings in the hedge trimmer market. Today we're going to be looking at the 18 volt 55 centimetre model and the 54 volt 65 centimetre model. First, we're going to look at the 18-volt model. This is coming in at 3.4 kilograms of weight, so that's an ultra lightweight tool, which makes it much easier when cutting your hedges. This comes with a 55 centimeter blades that are laser cut with hardened steel, so they will maintain their sharpness and have much greater longevity. There's a 90 millimeter gap between the blades, and it also provides 2,800 CPM, so it's an ultra efficient tool. As we're walking further around it, you've got the blade guard here to protect your hands when in use. On the D handle, you have the kill switch. Looking further through on the trigger, there's a 2-action trigger. There's a flap to pull up there, then you pull the trigger. This won't activate until you pull the D handle. As you can see, when you let go of that, it immediately cuts out for safety. Walking further around this, I've got the 5 amp hour power stack on it, which is probably the optimum battery for it. We'll be looking at around 75 minutes of runtime on a 5 amp hour battery with this. So the specs of this 18-volt hedge trimmer enable you to lose the corded 240-volt tools where you have risk of cutting the cable and tripping over the cable, and also the petrol tools, which have a lot more noise, mess and troubles with it. This is the perfect solution for your cordless garden hedge trimmer. Now we're looking at the 54-volt DeWalt hedge cutter. Key differences with this are obviously the 54-volt motor, which gives you a great deal more power. It's also got a higher stroke rate at 3,400 strokes per minute. You've got an extra 10 centimeters of blade length for the extra reach, and it also got an extra 12 millimeters of gap between the blades. That enables you the extra cutting depth so you can tackle those bigger branches on your hedging. This is ideal for the larger jobs that the 18-volt perhaps couldn't quite cope with. So there we have it. With these 2 hedge trimmers from DeWalt, we have you covered from your small to your large landscaping jobs. So here we have DeWalt's 18-volt pole hedge trimmer. It comes with a 55 centimeter blade for a long reach. There are 25 millimeter gaps between those blades, allowing you to cut branches up to 25 millimeters. If we look at the head, it has an 180-degree full rotation. Now this has 7 stop points along the way. This allows you to easily shape the hedge to whatever shape you are looking for. As we move further down, we've got a rubberized mid handle to stop the hand from slipping whilst in use. We have a shoulder strap here to enable extra support while using the tool. If we move down further to the handle, we have the hand guard here to protect the hand from branches and other things that might be getting in the way. When it comes to the trigger, we have a dual action trigger to stop accidental activation of the tool. In summary, what we have here is an incredibly versatile hedge trimmer that adds an extra 2 meters of height to the user when trimming heads, allows you to shape hedges, and all of this without the problems of having a 240 cord running behind it. So now we've come outside to take a look at DeWalt's latest cordless mower range. We're looking here today at 2 54-volt models, 1 self-drive, 1 push. We've got 2 18-volt models, twin batteries, 1 self-drive, 1 push. If you take a quick look, you'll see that the profile of the deck is smaller than perhaps you're used to. This is because it reduces blockages and improves efficiency. So it all starts down here with the battery. The battery inserts here into this case, which gives it extra protection. Moving to the deck, we have 6 cutting heights here to allow you to tackle all different lengths of grass. There's a note here, which is 88 decibels, so these are extra quiet, much quieter than you'd expect from your standard petrol lawnmower. Working further up, it's a single action close on the handle, activated by this button, which makes it very compact and easy to put away. Next step up, we've got the key. It won't work without this key. A wonderful safety feature there to stop it being used by people who perhaps shouldn't be using it. Take a step up, this handle here activates the blades. These handles here activate the self-drive. There's a 6-speed control on the drive here, and on this integral control panel you have 2 indicators. One to tell you the battery charge level, one that indicates the load on the motor. Each of these mowers is 3-mode. We have a bag mode for collecting the grass, we have a mulching plug, and we have a side ejection chute. Now, one of the key things when it comes to cordless mowers is runtime. So working our way through these, the 54-volt self-drive, you're talking round about 4 tennis courts. For the push, you're talking 5 tennis courts. For the 18-volt self-drive, 5 tennis courts. And for the 18-volt push, 6 tennis courts. That covers everything about the new range that's coming from DeWalt. Now, here we have DeWalt's 54-volt brushless string trimmer and brush cutter. I'm going to start down this end. So here we have the string trimmer attachment connected. On that you have 38 centimeters of cutting swathe. Now this has a bump feed system on it to ensure that the length of string is always the correct length for what you need to be doing. So we come back a little bit further, we've got the safety guard here. This is to try and ensure that projectiles do not come flying back and hit the user. So this is adaptable and you can change it to a brush cutter by attaching the 25 centimeter brush cutter blade onto the end. Moving further down, we've got the adjustable D handle for ergonomic ease of use. So this can be moved further up and down depending on the size or the height of the user. Here we have the adjustable shoulder strap. So that's there to provide extra support and reduce fatigue for the user once again. So moving a little bit further, we've got the speed option buttons here. You've got a high and a low. In the low, you're getting 54 minutes of runtime. In the high, you're getting 44 minutes of runtime. So moving on to the trigger, as with many of our tools, it's got the dual activation trigger. This is to avoid you accidentally activating the tool when it's not required and therefore making it much safer. We've got a reinforced cage here for the battery to give that extra protection. Now, it's designed to be particularly well balanced with the FLEXVOLT battery in it so that it sits nicely and is easily used. What we have here then, again, is an incredibly versatile tool that you can swap between string trimmer and brush cutter, and with the 54-volt brushless motor provides a real professional landscaping tool to those that need it. So here we have the DeWalt 18-volt power pruner, perfect for tree surgeons, landscapers, gardeners and your hardcore DIYer. I'm going to walk you around all its features. So to start with, we've got the blades here which are coated for long life, which provides you with a 38mm max cut capacity. This is perfect for your larger branches as well as your smaller foliage. Moving round, we have the protective guard here to protect your hand from pinging branches, thorny branches, things like that. We have the ergonomic handle to reduce fatigue when using. Also for safety, there is a 2-trigger function to enable it to be much safer by not engaging when you don't mean it to. Coming around to the last feature, we have the LED light at the top, which enables you to see clearly within bushes what you're doing and making your work a lot easier. All in, we have a safe, powerful and brilliant piece of kit here that's perfect for everyone from your tree surgeon down to your home gardener. The 18-volt DeWalt power pruner. So that was the new and improved professional landscaping range from DeWalt. Hopefully that will convince you to make the jump to a fully cordless solution. All of these tools are currently available at UK Planet Tools. If you need any further information, please check out the DeWalt UK website. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you soon.